Hi. It's such a long time since I've been on live. It's been years. This feels weird. I'm actually surprised that people actually join my live. It's how's the baby? She's good. This is her right here. She's amazing. Let me see. This is my little princess. Let me see. There we go. Well, this is actually one of my favorite pictures of her. This is when, oh gosh, she probably was maybe like 4 months old in this picture. She's 18 months now. She's like, she's everything to me. When I say, like, I was so hyped to be a mom, I was hyped to be a mom. But I've been great too. I get so excited when somebody asks about Autumn, but I've actually been really, really good. I'm gonna say that I've been blessed to be able to accomplish what I've accomplished in the past year, and I've accomplished a lot. So I kind of took a break from a lot of social media. I was on TikTok, doing a lot of TikToks prior to getting pregnant with Autumn, and then that kind of slowed down. Once I was pregnant, I really focused on work and saving up money and just keeping my eye on the prize. And then once I had the baby, you really have to go through like an adjustment period. Thank you. Yeah, she's 18 months. So this is the thing about my pregnancy, and a lot of people, I don't know, they don't really know, but even when it came to my family, I was actually, I want to say, 5.5 months, around 6 months when I announced my pregnancy to my family. So out of nowhere, with social media, when I announced my pregnancy, it kind of hit people like a ton of bricks. They really didn't know that, like, I was in this process and I was going through this journey, and that was a uphill battle for the most part. It was a lot that had to go into that, a lot of time and patience. And God, I think I really put thought into starting the process maybe about 2 years before I actually got pregnant with Autumn. And then once I got pregnant with her, when I say every little moment I took it in, every little moment I took it in. Um, I had a very happy pregnancy for the most part. There are things that I couldn't do without the baby sitting on your bladder, and um, the aches and pains that came along with pregnancy. But outside of that, it was pretty decent. Um, I'm not going to say that I wasn't terrified, because I was. I didn't know how my labor was going to be, and I actually was in labor for 27 hours, which was a lot, a whole lot. But it wasn't even a bad labor. I was very comfortable, and I had a great support system, and I was very fortunate. I only pushed for 20 minutes, and then Autumn came out, and I don't know, it was like a rush of emotions, because I'm just like, man, like, my baby's here. My baby is here. Like, she's here. She's on me. And like even when they took her across the room to weigh her and everything, um, and she was crying, the nurse turned around and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "My baby's crying." She was like, "Yeah, but babe, your foot is on the ground. Like you're gonna get up and walk. If you try and get up, you will fall over. I need you not to." And I was so delirious because at this point I was up for about 47 hours. I was like, "Yeah, but my baby's crying. No, my baby's crying. I have to get to my child. Like I'm a mom now." So, and they're like, "Girl, she just came out 5 minutes ago. Fucking relax." Relax. But yeah, everything. Her first picture, her first sunrise. I got a picture of that. Everything you could possibly think of. My pregnancy test dose is positive. I actually have that and a keepsake that I made. I rhinestoned her footprints, everything. I was so happy to be a mom, and it's not always easy. There's moments that are very challenging. She's sleeping through the night. It took a long time to get to that part, but I don't know. Like I get sad. Like sometimes, like she has to grow up, and before I know it, she'll be 18 and she'll be going off to college. Like that's how I think. That's how I think. But I'm very fortunate. Like really, really fortunate to be able to make it um, where I am. I kind of wanted to get back into creating content, um, especially positive content. When Autumn was born, I went through a really, really rough period where I had to not just readjust, but I had to overcome a lot. My lifestyle changed drastically. I went from being an independent contractor. Now I have a full blown career. I have my own office, and I'm part of a management team, and I work for an amazing company. And believe it or not, this whole situation, it kind of fell on my lap. I kind of feel like I manifested it, but it kind of fell on my lap at the same time. And you know how people say, like, fake it till you make it? I had to give Autumn a certain level of stability. And although I could provide that as an independent contractor, as a medical courier, specifically, what happens if I get stuck in a snowstorm in another state? Because it's happened to me before. I have a baby now, and though I didn't want I didn't want to let go of that lifestyle because there is a lot of freedom that comes with it. I had to let it go. I needed to let it go because I owed it to my daughter. And a year, a year. My life literally has changed in a year. I leave every couple of years. I do, but this one is different. I'm trying to come back. I'm trying to come back. I do want to go live more often. I still have like this whole, even this ring light. It's still my old setup. It's so wild because I I changed a lot, but I haven't changed that much, and I have to get readjusted. I have to get reacquainted, and it's just I want to reintroduce myself to the world. I don't want to be known as a lipstick lesbian. I'm beyond that. I don't want to be known as Marquita Banana. That's in the past. That chapter has closed a long time ago. And like I want to motivate people. I want to motivate people to think outside the box and to be bigger and better, and just to kind of like share what my life has become and how and where it came from. I know that a few years ago, well, not a few, now like what, 6 years ago, I was doing GoPuff. Like my life literally changed because I was doing GoPuff. That's how I started as an independent contractor. And like I said, my reality now, I really manifested it. Like I'm a whole ass mom with like tchotchkes and shit and tufted velvet chairs, and I'm like doing DIY projects. I literally DIY'd a bureau. I fucking DIY'd a bureau. Like, I have a power tool kit now, and I'm about to buy my first Audi. And like, it's so many things going on, but I really feel like a lot of these things I manifested for myself. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, I don't know how I did this. I literally was working and grinding and setting myself up for more and for better. And there was times that I had nervous breakdowns and I would be crying and kicking. There was times that my daughter was an absolute infant. She was an infant. And I would look at her and I would be like, mommy's going to figure it out. Like, I'm not 100% sure how, but mommy's going to figure it out. And here we are. Like, here we are. My daughter, for her to be 18 months, I don't want her to be spoiled, but I literally pour my all into her and I give her everything, everything. And I'm like, okay, well, in the future, when she's in her room, she has an Echo Glow, and her Echo Glow is next to her Echo Pop because she's starting to talk now. And when she's up in the morning, I want her to be able to turn her light on without having to crawl out of her crib and things like that. And so I don't know. I I want people to know that it's going to be okay, and it might be hard for a little while, but it's going to get better, and you'll build and create, and there's going to be bridges that have to be burnt, people you have to let go, like relatives that you'll have to let go because they don't want what's best for you. Friends that you have to leave where they are because they don't want what's best for you, and it hurts. It hurts. Am I looking to adopt? You know what? Honestly speaking, I'm 36 now, and in April I'll be 37. And I kind of want to give Autumn a sibling. And everybody's like, you're a single mom and you're out here, you're killing the game, you're doing it. And you don't think that's going to be a bit much? And I'm like, no, it's not going to be a bit much. I will adapt to whatever situation I'm in, the same way I adapted to this situation, the same way I had to grow and learn and change and become bigger and become better. Like, it would be the same thing. If I'm dressed every single day to go to work, and my daily best, it's the same thing for my daughter. I wake up an extra hour early to make sure that her fit is on point, that her book bag matches her outfit, that her bows, this little girl has over 200 bows. Her bows meticulously match her outfit. She has a pair of glasses for every single outfit. Like, anything you could possibly think of, because I put my best foot forward, my 1 year old has to put her best foot forward. Like, I want people to know that you can strive for that life and you can take on the world while doing it. I am now looking into going to school for interior design. I'm going to school. I am going to go to school for interior design. And it's the same thing. Well, how are you going to have a full-time career where you're management? Guys, I am now a leasing consultant. I help manage not one, not two, not three, but four properties. Four properties, two in Philadelphia and two out in the counties. And I still want to go to school, and I'm still going to be a full-time single mom because you can take on the world. You can do it. And you can still get your sleep in. You can still have friends and you can still have a life. My daughter has a passport, and I took her to Puerto Morelos, and I'm now planning a vacation for Cabo. Like, you can do it. You can do it. You can do anything. You can do everything. Like, I know I sound like one of those people that's like, oh God, she's high off of life. No, I am. I am. There's times when I feel like I'm in a rut, and then there's times when I pick myself back up, but that's a part of life. That happens. It's okay. It's okay to be down sometimes, but you have to pick yourself back up. You have to. Go and buy yourself a pretty dress, or, put on some lashes, or whatever it takes. Sometimes the simplest things. Maybe go out and people watch at Starbucks. Anything. Pick yourself back up. Anything you want is obtainable. Trust and believe that anything you want is obtainable. But that's I know I just went on like a little tangent. But I swear that I preach this stuff almost on a daily basis. My youngest brother, for the first time in a really, really long time, he texted me and he was just like, I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. I seen where you came from and I see where you're headed. And you tell yourself what you want and then you go for it. You go for it. No, absolutely. I feel like we live in a world where um, negativity thrives. Like 100% negativity thrives. So there's a lot of things that I keep up on. I keep up on political news and stuff like that because everything affects us. Everything that goes on in the world affects us, whether it's in this nation, whether it's in other nations. But don't let those things or those people hinder you from what you want to do. Don't let them. Um, the apartment I live in now, I'm not going to say how much it is, but when I first decided that I was going to take the apartment, somebody was just like, are you sure you're going to be able to afford that? And I looked at her and I was just like, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. And the craziest part about it is that not only can I afford it, but I am actually doing a bit better than she is. And it's only because of the decisions I make. It's how I spend money. It's how I save money. A lot of things that I do, I kind of plan it out and I think about it long and hard, down to buying furniture, buying clothes, everything I think about in a way where I will always have the best outcome. I'm not emptying out my bank account. I won't be struggling. I can save more than half of my paycheck. That's just how I think and how I live. And when people have negative things to say to me, I don't listen to it. The job I have now, before I got this job, my sister came to me and she was just like, you're struggling, you know, if a job offers you $16 an hour, you just need to take it. And I'm like, girl, what? Wendy's workers are now making $15 an hour. So 16, I'm going to be in the poorhouse. Me and my brand new child. Absolutely not. And I strive for bigger, I strive for better, I strive for more. So, yeah, you can do it. Absolutely, you can do it. But that's about me. What have you guys been up to? um, I don't know. It's just been so long. It's been so long. I don't know what to talk about. Besides life and what's changed for me. Any questions? I know that like a lot of people have questions. I've seen some of the comments that some people left on some of my much older videos and things of that nature. Um, yeah, I'm just looking at it behind me, looking at the picture of my dad when he first met my daughter. This feels weird. I haven't done this in forever. This feels so weird. Nobody has any questions? Tiara's like down here, like keeping it going, keeping it going. And I'm all like smiling and stuff like that. Believe it or not, so I got on live today because I did my makeup. Normally when I do my makeup, it's because like I have like an important event for my job. Um, but I actually had a funeral to go to today. That's why I did my makeup. I went to a funeral, me and my daughter. And I actually felt that. It does feel weird. It does feel weird. I know people like, especially when I dip off for like a year or two, people are probably like, she's never coming back. She is never coming back. This girl. And it's crazy because I still gain followers. Like I still gain followers. And I'll be like, I hope they're not expecting like any new content. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I would have no idea where to begin. Have I ever come to the UK? No, I haven't, but it is something that I have thought of before. Um, I'm really into like history and stuff, and that is one of the things that motivates me when it comes to vacations. So like even going to Puerto Morelos, we also went to the Aztec temples, and so that was really really fun and very very insightful. Cabo is a little bit different. Cabo is not for historical reasons. That's for a birthday trip, not for my birthday, but for one of my friends' birthday. That's for that. But yeah, I actually have thought of going to the UK. I get a little weird about it only because I heard the weather over there isn't the best, and so you should really do an ebook. Fun fact: I actually, I want to say maybe about like 2 years ago or so, I brought a microphone set and I wanted to get into voice acting. So I did this program where they tell you what you should do for a career. And it said that I should be an actress. I swear to God. And I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to be a voice actress. And so, yeah. Oh, I know. I know it is. Oh, trust me, I know it's plenty of plenty of history over there. Um, I do want to share it. I do want to share it. I do. I just I want people to know that like your your happiness will always inspire others. Your happiness will bleed into the people that's around you. Um, I mean, it's not like I'm walking around happy 24/7, but I have a lot to smile about. I have a lot to be grateful for. I'm very happy with the way things in my past has gone. Let me just say that. I have reconciled with every single thing that has happened in my past. Let me give you guys an example. I don't have a relationship with my mother. My mother has never, ever, ever, ever met my daughter, and she never will. My Titi Vicky, my mother's sister, is actually my daughter's grandmother. And it's because my mother was always very abusive towards me. She was always toxic. She was always negative towards me. Anything that anybody gave me, she always took it away from me. It actually came to the point where I want to say maybe when I was about 29 or 30, in therapy, I found out that not only did my mother physically abuse me, but she also emotionally abused me. I have come with terms years ago. I've come to terms with the fact that I cannot have a relationship with my mother for my own peace of mind. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I feel like I'm living in a world where it's okay to say, I have to love you from afar. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Everybody's not going to agree with it. Some people are like, oh, well, that's your mother. She gave birth to you. Yeah, she did give birth to me, and that's true. But why do I always have to be abused? Why do I always have to be hurt? Why do I always have to reach out, just to be disrespected? So there's a lot of things that happened in my past that I had to come to terms with. You have to be okay with where you came from in order to be open to where you're going. That's just my philosophy. Like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that at all. So, everybody won't agree with this. Some people will agree with it. Some people will wholeheartedly agree with it. I'm starting to see more and more on TikTok that a lot of people they live that lifestyle. They it's kind of sad in a way, but um so let me put it to you like this. Every so often I feel guilty. And that this is not a lie. I want to say maybe about like once every 6 to 8 months I feel guilty And I say, okay, well, should I let my mother see my daughter? And then something happens to remind me why I can't. Like something literally happens. I recently had a death in the family, and my mom, she no longer lives in Philadelphia. She doesn't live in Pennsylvania. She actually moved down to Delaware. She reached out to me, and um, I didn't know who it was because she changed her number. So when I asked who it was, she automatically bit back and said, "Oh, of course, you're asking that as my drama seeking daughter." And I'm like, what? I don't um I don't reach out to you. I go out my way to avoid you. When there are family events, I don't go if I know that you're going to be there because like you're the root of all of my anxiety. I'm sorry, but I have to stay away from my own sanity. So situations like that remind me like it's not going to work. I'm mourning. I'm mourning the loss of a very close relative. Why would you be mean to me the second you get in contact with me? Like that's not normal. It's not normal. Like come on. The hell? So yeah, no. It does affect me every so often. She does not ask to see my daughter. She does not reach out to me to ask about my daughter. In fact, I reached out to her to let her know when I was pregnant. I sent her a text message because talking to her on the phone, like, it gives me heart palpitations. I can't do it. She started being nasty to me and calling me out my name. I can't do it. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, mom, I'm reaching out to you to let you know something very near and dear to me because I feel like it will hurt you more finding out from somebody else. Like, this is why I'm reaching out to you. So not only did I explain to her why I was reaching out to her, but then I went on to say, I'm pregnant, I'm having my first child, and because of our relationship, I have to raise my daughter in the same manner. Meaning, I don't have a relationship with you and it's for a reason. And for those very reasons, I can't allow her to be around you. I can't. When I tell you that my mom used to disrespect me so bad in front of my brother's daughter, like in front of my niece, I know for a fact, no doubt in my mom would do it in front of my child. Like, she doesn't care who she's in front of. My mom disrespects me in front of friends, in front of family. She talked so bad about me while I was at my job. I used to work for a company called United Cerebral Palsy. And one of my residents was just like, I love when your daughter comes to work, so on and so forth. And my mom just started dogging me out to the resident. So if she can do this with no remorse, I know she would do it in front of my child. Um, but nonetheless, I told her, like, I don't want you to be as hurt, but this is why I have to do it like this. But, I am coming to you so you don't hear from anybody else. She turned around and called me a sociopath and said that I was manipulating the family with my pregnancy. Like, 4 people in my family knew that I was pregnant. So who am I manipulating? Mother. Like, what? She talked so bad about me during my pregnancy, like so bad about me. And I couldn't believe it, like my own mom, my own mom. So I had to let her go. But she has had my number all these years. She does not reach out to me. She does not ask about my daughter. No, nothing. I do know that she does keep tabs on my daughter because she recently made a comment. And she was just like, wow, the big girl is 18 months. I was like, it's not alarming. She doesn't know where I live. She's not going to come track me down. The first thing I did was look into grandparents' rights. She can't take me for grandparents' rights or anything, like nothing whatsoever. So that was just a lot. Yeah, so for me, it has always been about boundaries. It has always been about respecting me. I'm an adult. I have my own place. I drive my own car. I handle my own business. When I tell y'all I don't ask nobody for nothing, I'm not out here borrowing money off of nobody. I'm stacking money. Like, I live in my own world that I set up on my own, and my mom still treats me as if I'm a 5 year old. Back in 2017, my cousin passed away, and I went to my family and I was like, hey guys, I'm just telling you right now, my mom doesn't see me as a person. She sees me as an object. She wants to control me. And because I refuse to have a relationship with her, I do feel as though she'll put her hands on me. Everybody was like, no, your mom's not going to do that, so on and so forth. Sure enough, at my cousin's funeral, my mom attacked me. No lie. Like, I'm not lying about that whatsoever. Like, at all. Um, so, yeah, boundaries are very important to me. Um, because my family witnessed that a lot of them don't really have a relationship with her anymore. The ones that do have a relationship with her, they know, like, don't get into anything. Don't bring me up to her. Because from what I hear, like this, like if somebody mentions me, she goes on a tangent, she goes off the deep end and screaming and yelling and cursing and calling me out of my name and just saying all types of horrible things about me. So it's wild. Yeah, it's wild. It is wild the things that I've been through. So that's the thing, is that it doesn't really hurt anymore. It doesn't really hurt anymore because I've come to accept it. And let me just explain this. When it comes to my daughter, she won't miss what she does not know. She won't miss what she never had. She has a grandmother. My daughter literally has a grandmother. She has several grandmothers. So her maternal biological grandmother, um, I don't think that she's going to be like, oh, mom, like you kept me away from my grandmother. I mean, she absolutely could, but kids are smart and they grow up and they understand what goes on. I don't have to tell her anything. I know that when it came to my family, I love to go to other family members and ask questions. I feel like at some point, if my daughter does, I would hope that my family is just honest with her. I don't plan on sugarcoating anything for my child. I plan on, being open and being honest and treating her like we're on, I won't say on the same level, but treating her like she's a respectable human being. It's okay for me to sit my daughter down and have conversations. We'll talk about drugs. We'll talk about sex. We'll talk about everything under the sun. If she has questions, I'm always going to be that open mom to let her know. Come on in and sit down. Let's talk about what's on your mind. Like, let's talk about how you're feeling and what you're going through, and um, yeah. Can I be a mom? How does that work? Being so, I'm I'm readjusting to this whole um, YouTube live thing. How does that? I seen something when I first started the live about you can set people up to be moderators. I don't know how any of that stuff. Does that feel weird? Like, I feel like I'm getting old. Like, I don't even know how to work YouTube anymore. It's been such a long time. Do I look old? Do I look like I age? Does it look like, I'm getting up there in age? Does it look like it's 4 years I'll be 40? Jesus. Hi. Hi. I'm waiting to see if somebody's going to swing. I don't know. Is it lagging? Is it lagging? I don't know if it's lagging. Yeah, I feel old. Well, I mean, a lot of people say that then you can make me a mod. I really don't know. Do you guys think it's a good idea? Like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Wait, is it going to, like, 23? I wish I was 23. But I tell you, I have a mom body now. I have a mom body. Well, I mean, I was living my best life before I got pregnant. Like, I was a little baddie. And it's so weird because in my mind, I'm like, oh, I gained 15 pounds. I mean, not 15, I gained 50 pounds. And then I went for a checkup not too long ago, and they're like, yeah, you're 15 pounds heavier than right before you got pregnant with your daughter. And when I was looking, and I'm like comparing charts, and I'm like, why does it feel like it's way more? Like, I feel weird. Like, I go and I'm like, I need to get on a liquid diet to lose some weight. I'm thinking about doing Sanabello or Sanabella to do the 360 lipo. I want all of that. I want all of that. And when I tell you, like, at one point, I was like, maybe I can do a little bit of lip fillers and, plump them up. I literally, I went through this phase of like, I want to fix this, I want to knit that, we got to get this tucked. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then I remember my birthday was a month and a half after I had Autumn. Let me see how this works. Okay, all right, I want to add you in. Wait, so it says managing and then it says standard. Let me do standard and see how that goes. I don't know if it went through. Okay, so it went through. Yeah, I'm not going to be in some back alleyway getting surgery done. No, I do. I don't know. Should I like stand up or something? I want to change some things about myself. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Anything wrong with that at all. Um, some of the things, like I want to get like one of those under the couch treadmills that like slide in and out of place, just for when I'm at home. I want to be able to work out when I'm doing the least, when I'm doing not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So like right now, I was like, oh, I'm going to clean my carpets. I've been on YouTube for 37 minutes. And that was because I was in bed. I put together a TikTok on CapCut. And then I uploaded it to TikTok. But TikTok is not Android friendly because I got an Android. I got rid of my iPhone years ago. It's not Android friendly. So I'm like, this shit look fuzzy. So I took the same video and, okay. I uploaded the same video to YouTube, and it was weird because it was even fuzzier than on TikTok, so I deleted it. And I was like, you know what? Let me get on live. Let me get on live and see if like people remember me. So I did see the stationary stair stepper. I did. The one is not electrical. It just goes back and forth. So hear me out. Hear me out because I looked into it. I do feel like that is a, what did I say, like cost efficient way of working out. But then I got on Google and I was all like, what burns more calories, the stair stepper or an actual portable treadmill? And it said a treadmill actually burns more calories than a stair stepper. And so that's why I was like, oh, I need to get a portable treadmill, and go from there. So that's what I'm going to get. Mama's going to get that. I ordered, what is this stuff called? Obvi. Have you guys ever heard of Obvi? I ordered Obvi, so I'm going to be doing the shakes. They also have joint pills and stuff like that. So I'll be taking all of those. I seen something called, I think like colon sweep or something. They said that helps you lose weight. I wanted to look into doing a couple other things as well. Yeah. Look into it. I don't just buy things because I see other people do it. I need to do a little bit of research because I just feel like everything isn't for everybody. I seen one girl that was doing it and she had like all these different workout outfits. I was like, okay, baby is cute. But then I started noticing that she's been doing this shit for God knows how many months. And it doesn't look like she lost any weight. She might be doing it like to build up endurance or muscle or something like that. No, baby, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. When I say I want to lose weight, like all of this, it got to go. It got to go. Mama got to get rid of it. I want to be able to go out in public and for people to say, oh, You don't look like that 1-year-old's grandmom. I want to stay on the top of the top. I got some leather tights in the back that's waiting for me. This is fun. I miss this. So they say that people see you in a different light than how you see yourself. Yeah, that's definitely true to me. Definitely true to me. I like you're always gonna find something to be unhappy about. Like I have like bat wings. Look at this. I'm gonna get rid of all of that. I want them to take off of this. So the way Sonabella works is that when it comes to the lipo package thing, the price that you pay depends on the areas. I'm not saying that I want to get everything absolutely, like 100% eliminated. I want everything to be natural looking, but I do want it. I want my body to be a bit more sculpted, and I have no problem getting back into a more healthier lifestyle. I just have to mentally prepare myself, because if you ain't mentally prepared, you ain't going to keep up with it. And that's what I want to do. I want to keep up with it. I want this to be a thing. I want to drop my daughter off at first grade for them to be like, your mom is a bad bitch. Absolutely I am. And you would never know that I'm 43. You would never know. My baby's in the first grade and I'm 43 years old. Thank you. That's literally how I want to be. I'm not trying to be an Instagram model. I just want to look in the mirror and feel good about what I'm looking at. I don't think that that's anything out of the ordinary. A lot of us moms, we go through it. I don't want to lose myself at all. I don't want to lose myself and just being a mom. That's it. And I'm not trying to be out here like twerking on Instagram or anything. I just want to look in the mirror and feel good. That's all. And I don't think it's too expensive either. It's really not too expensive. I think they said the most expensive package for Sanabella was like 5,500 or something like that. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. There is nothing like terrible about paying $5,500 for some lipo. And they said that they do it all while you're actually awake. And so yeah, I'm curious. I mean, it's not like I want to sit and watch the process, but I've seen quite a bit of before and after pictures, and I feel like I'm one of those women that could really benefit from it. At one point I wanted to get a Brazilian butt lift, but they were saying that that is like one of the most dangerous procedures to have. I know a lot of women get them. I feel like if I got the 360, that I can work out to the effect of shaping and, just adding on to the sculpting. Because even when you get any procedure, you do have to work out to keep it up. You have to, like, that's a given. So I want that given to be me. I'm trying to listen. Like, you get mom ears. I'm trying to listen and see if the baby's like stirring at her crib or. So I've seen this video. When you go to Sonabella's page, one of the nurses said that they do give you a heavy sedative, but then on top of that, they treat the area that they're working on with lidocaine, which is a type of painkiller. So I mean, a lot of women was praising it. Sonabella is all over the country. They got one in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, so I might go. I kind of want to go for a consultation, but I'm the type of person, like, if I'm gonna go for a consultation, it's because I'm booking and I'm not ready to book right now. So hear me out. We getting the Audi first, which I plan on buying my Audi. December, January, the latest February. But it's looking more like December. I want to be able to walk in, put half down as cash. Mama been working on her credit, and I actually I got in with a credit union. You know, they give you the lowest APRs for the loans. So I actually want to get like a really, 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 really small loan. It's not going to be anything big. It's just that I don't want a huge chunk taken out of my savings account. I want to be able to say, here's half your cash. I want my payments to be as low as possible. And when I want to pay extra on it, I will. And we're going to pay this off much faster than what the actual term is. And, you know, your credit goes up with that. I do it with my credit cards. With my credit cards, I have them. I spend money on my credit cards every single month, and that same month, I pay it off every single month. It's not like I don't have the money in my bank account. I do. I just want to boost my credit more and more and more. So I actually have two Capital One cards and an Amazon card, and I swear to God, that's what I do every single month. Yeah, we have our cards that we fell in love with. But listen, so hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Because you got to think smart, not hard. The reason why I'm going for an Audi is because my brother works at Audi. He actually works on the car that I have now. So I don't have a car note now. I just want something that's more luxurious. I have a Subaru. So I went to my brother and I was like, the Q5s, why are the Q5s a little bit lower for certain years? He was like, oh, it's because they need the pistons done. Now, a piston job is going to run you anywhere from 10,000 to 15,000. But being as though my brother works for Audi, we actually, when I go car shopping, like when I'm looking online, and they give you the VIN. I take the VIN, I text it to my brother, and then he looks the VIN up and he tells me if the pistons were already taken care of or not. Because if the pistons was already done, and that's the reason why the car is lower in value, I don't have to get the pistons done later on. But let's say I find a car, an Audi Q5, and I really, really, really fall in love with it, and the pistons do need to be done. I've already had it locked in my mind that I'm going to get an aftermarket warranty because you can throw an aftermarket warranty on it, drive that bitch around, and I don't even drive far. I don't have to. I don't go far at all, not on a daily basis. My daughter's daycare is literally 4 blocks up the week. I don't really travel far, but I will drive that car until the pistons go bad, which means the car is leaking oil. Take it to the outlet that my brother work at, and then I have an aftermarket warranty, and he'll get paid to do the job. See how that works? I'm now in a state of mind to where I have to have the best outcome for anything that I do. I have to find a way to be smart about the money that I'm spending. I mean, because I want to be able to leave something to my daughter. I mean, I'm going to have a life insurance policy on myself, but I want to be able to say, here, I gave this to you. This is personally from me, not from the insurance company. So thank you, Stan. So yeah, I mean, yeah. I know, right? It's just, you know what they say? Rich people don't stay rich by blowing all their money. Rich people stay rich by saving as much as they can. Saving as much as they can. My regional manager, I was talking to her. She has 3 daughters, and she was saying how um, not only did her husband put money aside, but they actually bought 3 houses. So all of their kids are going to have property. All of their kids going to have property. Um, and she was just like, if they want to sell it, they can sell it. Like we're leaving behind bigger and better for them. I mean, I have an apartment now, but at some point, maybe when the housing market gets better, I would definitely like to look into buying a house. What am I doing today? So I'm going to be in the house, tidying up my apartment, possibly making. I mean, I got leftovers in the refrigerator, but I kind of want to make something new. And I actually had to go to a funeral today, so I would definitely go with Toyota. I would not go with Hyundai. And the reason why I wouldn't go with Hyundai is because Hyundais and Kias are the cars that they're stealing left and right. Like, I literally watched a news excerpt the other day where this woman got her Kia stolen like 3 times in the last 6 months. Those are the cars that they're going for. So Toyota, yes. Hyundai, no. No, 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 no. No, not at all. Um, it sucks. I think that Kia now has a class action lawsuit against them because of this whole car problem and so on and so forth. As far as Hyundai, I would look into that. Yeah, but Toyota has some really, 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 really nice cars. Really nice cars. They're very reliable. They're not expensive to fix at all. You can get parts for them anywhere. Some cars, it's harder to buy parts, but Toyota is definitely good. I'm not saying that you can't get a Hyundai, but I would just look into it, especially the make that you want to get. I would look into that make to see how many of them have been stolen, if they have been stolen, see which cars they're targeting, and yeah, I think about all of that stuff. All of it. Everything. I feel like my eyes are getting a little red. I don't know if I got a little makeup in my eyes. The worst thing that ever happened to me, like with getting pregnant, is that I developed allergies. I feel like I'm dying every day, waking up, sneezing, coughing. My throat has been itchy for the last 24 hours. I feel like I'm fucking dying inside. I don't like, oh God, I remember growing up, my brother always had allergies, and I'm like, sucks to be you. Yeah, nah. Nah, sucks to be me now. And let me tell y'all, I didn't get sick for 7 years prior to having a daughter. Didn't get sick at all. The second I had a baby, they was like, yeah, nah, whatever the baby get, you get. I had fucking pink eye. I had pink eye. Like, I took my daughter to urgent care, and I'm like, her eyes looking a little watery. It's a little blurry to me. Can you look at it? The nurse was like, well, do you have allergies? I was like, I do. She was just like, oh, it might be seasonal allergies. Unfortunately, they don't make Zyrtec for babies. I was like, oh, okay. She was just like, but let's get the doctor in here for a second opinion. I'm like, all right, cool. Doctor came in, pulled the baby's eye down, was like, no, that's definitely pink eye. Definitely pink eye. So I'm like, oh, Dita, pink eye. He's like, it's okay. We're going to send medicine over to pharmacy. It's just gel you put in the eye. It don't hurt or anything. Then he looked at me, and you don't have a name no more. You're automatically mom. You become mom the second you have a baby. He's like, Mom, do you have pink eye? And I'm like, no, why would I have pink eye? He said, it's okay. I'm just asking. I'm like, okay. I get home. About 2 hours later, we're all settled in. The baby's at her crib. She's watching her TV. And I'm rubbing my eye. And then I notice that my vision in that eye gets blurry. So I get up. I have a huge mirror in my bedroom. I go to the mirror, and I pull my eyelid down. And it was fucking mucus. And I'm like, this baby gave me pink eye. My daughter gave me pink eye. Like, you catch whatever those little kids at school get, but you don't bring it home to me, And she loves to live in my skin. Loves to live in my skin. I was like, yikes. Yikes. It happens, though. It happens. It comes with territory. It really does. And I didn't believe people when they were saying that. Welcome back. Yeah, I didn't believe people when they were saying that. Whatever the baby get, you get. I'm like, I don't get no cold, so now I stay sick. At least once every couple of months I get sick because the baby gets sick, and I have seasonal allergies. I be in this bitch screaming. Like, screaming. That's why I'm sniffling on Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. I probably look like I'm like having some type of attack right now. My throat is so itchy, y'all. Like it's super, super itchy. Wait, so can everybody else see your comments, or is it just me that can see them? I'm a little curious because I'm still I'm still new to this kind of. Can everybody else see them? Can y'all see Sturdy's comments? Oh, since you were in high school? Oh my god, I feel so old. Well, let me see because I think when the channel was created, I was 26 when the channel was created. Oh, everybody can see them. Okay. I was 26 when the channel was created because I want to say this was probably back in 2013, 2014. I don't think that I had just turned 27 yet. So it's been a really, 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 really long time that I've actually had the channel. I mean, I was in a relationship and that's how everything got kicked off for the channel. But yeah, it's been a long time. Isn't it so fascinating to sit back and say, like, I seen her when she was nothing? Like, could you guys imagine, like, let's say I actually took off and I became like something like actually became something like Issa Rae. Issa Rae had her thing going on online, and then it transitioned, and now she's like an A-list celebrity. She is an A-list celebrity, not like the same thing with Quinta Brunson. Quinta Brunson, she went to Temple University. She went to Temple University, and now she she was on a Black Lady sketch comedy show. She did quite a few things. She was with BuzzFeed for a really long time. Now she has Abbott Elementary. Fun fact about Abbott Elementary. Abbott Elementary is named after her elementary school teacher, Miss Abbott. I know Miss Abbott's daughter. I know Miss Abbott's daughter. And when I found out it was her mom, I was like, oh shit, that's your mom? I know her daughter. I do. I know her daughter. So yeah, that would be so decent. Like you guys would be like, I seen this girl when like I seen her back in the day. I seen her. I seen where she came from and where she got to now. I wonder if Autumn's up. Do you guys want me to go peek in Autumn's room to see if she's up? If she's up, I'll bring her out. I can't say she's in a. I can't say that she's in the best. My throat is like killing me right now. If she's up and I bring her back, I'm definitely gonna get me some water. She's probably gonna drink some of the water, and then once she drinks my water, it's hers. She claims it. All right, let me see if she up. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Bad news, guys. She's still asleep. Sorry. Stop. That made me feel so bad. You don't leave us hanging for years again. I would imagine that if I actually was to become somebody, um, I would have a schedule to where social media would be built into it. Because let me tell y'all, being a single mom is not like the easiest thing under the sun. Not at all. Sometimes I plan things out, and my daughter be like, "Oh, you want a schedule? Not anymore. Let me spice shit up for you, mom." I be wanting to do so. I be wanting to make videos and everything. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about buying new equipment. Do I believe in Jesus? So the one thing I don't do is I don't talk religion. I don't talk religion whatsoever. I will say that I believe in a higher power, but I don't actually get into the semantics of religion. And it's for a reason why. Trust and believe that it's for a reason why. Um, yeah, I believe in a higher power though. Hmm. A queen of nothing. I had my podcast for a really long time. And then it's so crazy because the producers that was producing my podcast, they're actually like real producers. They produce stuff with Kaylani, with Lil Uzi, a whole bunch of stuff. I recognized her from a McDonald's bathroom. She was homeless and hungry. That's weird because I don't even eat McDonald's. Hmm. Oh, I've been deep though. Hmm. So I stopped doing my podcast because the girl that I was doing my podcast with, which is like so crazy, she has a clothing line. I don't know if you guys know who Misa Hilton is, but Misa Hilton is a, what do you call those people? She dresses a lot of celebrities. So um, she was literally like peddling my friend's clothing. So like dressing a lot of celebrities, Monica, Janet Jackson, like a whole bunch of different people. Rhapsody was wearing my friend's clothing. So essentially, she backed off the podcast to focus more on her clothing line. And I could never be mad at her about that in a million years. Never in a million years could I fault her for that. The podcast was something that I wanted, something that I seen. If I wanted to, I could pick it up and move forward with it again. But yeah, I don't think that I will. I can't do a podcast by myself. That would it would be like this. Me talking would not really nobody's physically talking back. I would be sitting there with just like dead airwaves. And it was so dope too. Like when we were going to the studios, meeting different rappers and singers and stuff like that, it was so awesome. I'm actually getting text messages in now. I'm staring at this comment like this comment as well. This message is hell for review. Let's start one. So one of the other things I highly believe in is that no matter how many people are doing something, there's always going to be enough room for you to do it as well. Do it. Uh, when I started my podcast, it was so crazy because I had started it with this girl, Jasmine, and we were going out to Jersey every single day to do the podcast. The guys that were like the studio we were going to, the guys that were doing the podcast for us, I always felt like they were nickel and diming us, and I just wasn't happy. I wasn't happy, and if I'm not happy, I'm going to go and look for bigger and better. While doing GoPuff, I just so happened to deliver to a music studio, and when the guy came down to pick up the food, I was all like, what studios are in here? And he told me the studios, and then he told me the one he worked at. I said, oh, do you guys do podcasts? And he was just like, well, we do have somebody that we want to pitch a podcast to, but we're not sure that they will do it. Now I'm gonna tell you who that person was because it gets even crazier. He's like, we're not sure if, if they're going to do the podcast. They don't seem like they're interested. But here, I'm going to give you the owner of the studio's information. Shoot him a text message. Let him know that you want to come, you want to talk, you want to possibly book a session. I was like, all right, cool. So I text the guy, and he's like, I'm gonna set you up with my lead engineer. Come check out the studio. We'll be real interested. I meet the lead engineer, and I was just like, this is so dope. Like, I'm excited. Like, this is a real studio. They told me about the artists that they record with, and that's when they started naming like all these big names, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, and they were for real. And I was just like, yo, this is crazy. As a matter of fact, the owner of the studio, they call him Pop Tracks. His name is Leon Huff Jr. His dad is Leon Huff Sr. of Gambling Huff. And a lot of people don't know who that is. I mean, if you're older, you do. But they produce music for everybody from the Jackson 5, Aretha Franklin, like back in the day, all the big names. So the son was in the business now and producing for a lot of people. And I got linked up with them. And it was so much fun. Like, it was so much fun actually going to the studio every single week. It was so much fun. Wherever you are, Tiara, wherever you are, look into the studios, see how much they're charging per hour, and start formulating stuff. Start figuring out what you want your theme song to be. And there are places like websites that you can go to where you can literally buy music from producers, and it don't even cost that much. It don't cost that much at all, to where you own the rights to that song and you can lay whatever you want. So like, my podcast intro is literally the ringtone on all of my phones. Like, when my phone rings, it's the podcast intro. I'm never going to change it, because doing a podcast for me was like, I thought that was so dope and so decent and so much fun. But yeah, do it. Whatever you want to do it. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody say it's going to be bad, it's going to be whack. No matter what anybody say, just get out there and do it. Shit, you can actually set up. You can go and buy your own stuff and have your own podcast at home. Why not? Who's going to stop you? Who's going to stop you, boo? Who's going to stop you? Nobody. Nobody's going to stop you. Just get out there and do it. There's nothing wrong with it. Just get out there and do it. I need some Claritin or something. When I first started looking into being a voice actress, I got on YouTube and I started to look up beginner equipment. And I wanted to see what had the best ratings for the cheapest amount of money. And then from there, I got on Amazon and started comparing the equipment that I found. And then I started to look into the different types of programs that you would have on your computer to be able to edit your own stuff. So I actually have a couple of sample pieces for if I want to be a voice actress. I also joined a website that Amazon has, and they basically pitch voice acting jobs to random people, and then you can do the books for audibles. But I really wanted to be a voice actress for Dipsy, which is that app. It's an app. I really wanted to be a voice actress for them. So I actually downloaded the script to like a little sample piece, and I read the sample piece. But they said they got so many submissions, so I don't even know if they ever read mine. But yeah, just look up the equipment, try and figure out what has the best ratings for the cheapest amount. And you can do it. Red Pill Bros out here making podcasts in their mama basements. You can do it. I have 30,000 followers, so almost 30,000 followers on TikTok, and I've never went live on TikTok. I wonder what that would be like. What would it be like if I went live on TikTok? Like, hmm, I wouldn't even know where to begin. I kind of want to. What time is it? I'm trying to figure out if I should start meal prepping for dinner tonight so my daughter don't. Yeah, I've only been in a couple of lives. I've never actually um, hosted my own live. I've never ever hosted my own live. I, like I said, I wouldn't know where to begin. Like, people followed me pre-order. I gained a lot of followers on TikTok pre-order. Majority of the I think I have like 28.5 thousand followers. Majority of them was before autumn. And once I got pregnant, I really slowed down with that. And then once I had autumn, I pretty much stopped altogether. And then even now, when I post stuff on TikTok, it don't get the traction that it used to get because of how much like life has changed for me and how much I didn't stay on top of it. So, mixed butterfly. Mixed butterfly is my name on TikTok. What's your name on TikTok? I'll follow you back. I try and get as much stuff done before the baby wakes up as possible. That little girl, she owns me. She rules me. Like when I say she runs me. Like the second she makes noise, I'm like, here, come on, mommy's coming. I know she probably be at school talking trash about me. Like, yeah, I run my mom. She's weak when it comes to me. Okay, Tierra.Monet24. Okay, well, Tierra.Monet24, I am going to follow you back. So I'm going to wrap this live up. It was great. I am going to try to go live at least once a week. Hopefully, I can get on a schedule. A lot of times after work, when I get the baby from daycare, I do spend lots of quality time with her, and then I put her down to get some rest, and then usually she puts me down in the process. But if I can try and like get up on here at least once a weekend, I most definitely will. I don't know, maybe after I'm finished like what I want to do today, maybe I'll even get back on here later on this evening, like once the baby settles down, because she's a wild one. She's a wild one. You remember like the little boy Donnie from Wild? I think that was his name, Donnie, from Wild Thornberries, the one that was like really really crazy and he like that's how that's my daughter. That's my daughter. Absolutely. She's always on go. I'm gonna work on being better. Thank you for holding me accountable. I'm gonna work on being better. So, okay. It was nice talking to you guys, and thank you for the questions, and thank you for not forgetting about me, and thank you for still supporting me after 10 years because you started watching when you were in high school, and here we are. I'm like 49 years old, but I really do appreciate it, and I am going to try to do better with getting back on here more often so that um, you guys can catch up with me a little bit more often. Hopefully next time Autumn will be up so you'll be able to meet her. She won't be able to come out for long because she will knock all this shit over. Like all of this. My daughter will climb up this and knock all of this shit over. But yeah, I am gonna try and do a little bit better. And I'm gonna warn y'all next time I'm not gonna have makeup on. Like I said, this is my funeral makeup. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.